Howdy, everybody. Just a second to get mine actually set up the way I want it set up. All right. How's that, guys? Hello, everybody. I posted the link up at top if anybody wants to come in and chit chat and join me for a bit. Uh, it's not going to work that way. Hold on. Okay. How's that sound for you guys? Is that better? I switched microphones around a little bit. How you doing, Gene? I did get your email. That was weird. It did. Um, the same thing for me. It gave me the error. Dale, all you got to do is click that link up at the top. I'll even post it again for you. Click that link and it'll take you to Hangouts. And just follow the little prompts. What's the latest on what, Miss Tessie? What are you asking the latest about, Tessie? You keep losing the internet. It might be your weather. See, one thing about that distance that you have there, Tessie, with your Wi-Fi is weather will affect it. If it's raining out, it'll affect it a lot. Um, it is near Yellowstone. Elena, it's kind of near Yellowstone. Yellowstone National Park is in Wyoming. Um, there is a live stream here on YouTube that I've seen. I don't know if it's still running today, but kind of has a visual on uh, Old Faithful. There's been a lot of weird things going on. Yeah, Tessie. Like I said, the rain and the weather will affect big time your uh, your internet. It'll affect the signal. Um, but there's been a lot of strange things going on with Old Faithful, and what it's due to is the flows underneath the plates. Good morning, Rosalind. Um, the magma flows are changing. They're becoming closer to the Earth, the surface of the Earth. Um, and uh, it's interacting with Old Faithful. What's happening is um, it's getting too hot, and because the magma flows are getting closer to the surface for some reason, so it's basically burning off all the water before it can actually spurt out like a geyser like it normally does. Um, those magma flows are all in that area. It's all with that plate, um, and there's a lot of activity under that plate, and that encompasses basically whole northwestern United States. It's going to affect Washington. Mount St. Helens is getting more magma flow and building up pressure. Yeah, there's been a lot in Idaho. Um, yes, Greg, I did get that same, but I have um, Windows 7 a different way. I just wanted to be able to get you a pure, fresh copy. That way you knew everything was all right. But I'll just send you the copy that I have, which it's a good copy. I downloaded it from the site, but I did it a different way. So I've had it for a while. Gene, one thing, when you get this copy of Windows 7, you're gonna have to do some workarounds, and I'll have to walk you through some stuff because there's been an issue with the um, update servers. They've changed big time from what they were set as when Windows 7 came out, and that's what would be programmed in for it to go to. So it doesn't do updates. It fails at updates. It hangs. I had the issue a few months back. It just happened. I mean, they did a lot of messy stuff and stuff like that. So I'll have to walk you through some stuff on how to update and get everything up to date with your Windows 7 once you download it. Yes, Elena. I've noticed a lot of that too. Um, I've been watching it for years. I've been watching um, different activity all across. It's not just the United States; it's all over the world. A lot of things are becoming more volcanic, and a lot more uh, activity in ways that doesn't normally happen has been happening. But um, I want to reassure those that think, okay, and I don't want to get into a whole big spiel about um, religion and the end times or anything like that, because um, that's just a really, really messy subject. But what I want to do is I want to reassure people the best way I can by my research and what I've found is that, yeah, some people think this is signs of the end times and stuff like that. But the earth goes in cycles, guys. This earth has gone in cycles for thousands and thousands of years, for millions of years. It'll um, become an ice age, and then it'll become a warmer age, and it'll go back, it'll swing back and forth. And what happens during these climate changes is the earth moves, the earth uh, switches um, back and forth. And it's not that the magnetic poles will change or switch, um, but the the weather will change. Um, the warmer climates will become cooler, uh, and you guys can, I mean, search all throughout the internet, and you'll see where, I mean, even today, where they have climate change with, oh, they say global warming this, global warming that, but there's parts of the Earth that are becoming even colder um, than they were before, and that's all due to the shifting of the Earth's um, cycle. It's nothing that anybody can do anything about. It's not, due to carbon emissions or anything like that. Yeah, it has a little bit to do with the ozone layer and stuff like that. Um, but by my research, um, and so I'm not saying, I'm exactly right, but by what I found is these cycles happen and it's nothing human interaction has to do with. And we'll go through more active cycles with plate movement. We'll have more active cycles with sun flares and stuff like that. Um, we'll have more activity with raining and flooding and tropical storms. It's all because the Earth's climate is changing on its own. And I totally agree with you, Grizz. But so you guys don't need to necessarily worry and think that you're doing something wrong, or that you need to petition this person or that person for changing of pollution and things like that, because that doesn't have anything to do with the cycle that the earth is on for millennia. I mean, if you go and look at charts, that's exactly right, Elena. You can't do anything about it. You just have to deal with it the best way you can. And if we end up becoming, in the next couple thousand of years, um, the North America becoming an ice shelf, that's just what's going to happen. Uh, they say that, due to plate tectonics and everything like that, um, we became from one big supercontinent and became all kinds of different continents. Look at how much movement happened. True, Grizz. That is true. Um, but what I'm saying is, um, when people talk about the whole movement from, the whole global warming movement type thing, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't mean, the city pollution, smog, and stuff like that. That stuff sucks. Um, Let me address a tech question. What kind of iPod do you have, Rosalind? Um, what do you hate about Monsanto, Elena? I kind of got out of the whole tech thing for today because of the solar flare that happened today. I will, and I will give you some. Actually, don't have a, never have. Um, my iPad the same. Give me just a second, and I will find some.
Hey, Nate, can you hear me?
Rosalind is an iPod Touch. Okay. Can you have access to iTunes, or do you not have access to iTunes to be able to reset it fully? Really sucks, bud. There's, and my take on uh, um, the whole roundup and all the um, stuff into food. Um, I look at it this way. Okay, this way. Um, if we have the ability to food more hearty, let me do this real quick for Rosalind. Um, do me a favor, hun, and follow that link. Some instructions on how to do it. Um, it's factory restoring your uh, iPod right there. See if that's what you need. See if that helps you. Um, oh wow, Allison, that notification took a while to get to you. Okay. Um, my take on genetically modified foods, on non-organics, things like that. A lot of people say, okay, well, I put this chemical into my body and that chemical into my body. When they genetically modify a food, they're doing it to create a different version of that food that could be more nutritious, that could look better, that could stay longer, stay fresh longer. Um, and what it is they're not changing the actual structure, the nutrient structure of that food. Um, um, all food, unless you put pesticides on it, is organic. Organic means that you're not putting pesticides or herbicides on your food. And some definitions say it's not genetically modified, but all food, every plant is genetically modified. Every plant is a mutation of another plant. Every species is a mutation of another species. All we're doing is um, changing or modifying with human interaction the species of that plant. The herbicides and pesticides, I can understand that because you want the best product that you can get. You want the most product that you can get of of that plant so you can feed more people. Yeah, it has to do with money and production, crop production and stuff like that. But I live here in the Midwest where there's a lot of farming. I mean, you go 5 miles outside of town and there's 10,000 acre farms. I had a farm myself. I never did any, of that whole GMO or anything like that. I sprayed pesticides and herbicides because insects were eating my stuff. I wanted to be able to eat my food. All you got to do is wash it off. Um, People don't realize the skin to that fruit and that vegetable keeps out the harmful chemicals. And all you do is wash it off. See, Grizz, I understand that. Um, Being able to go to the store and buy a tomato that tastes like a tomato, that's awesome. Um, Fat boy. No, this is just a conversation that happened in here. Um, this is just one of the many rings of the circus. Um, it's gardening day. Uh, but in my opinion, you can spray pesticides and herbicides. That's just what my thought is. Yeah, it gets into the ground and kind of gets into but the plant has barriers and protections. It wouldn't grow if it didn't have the nutrients and wasn't getting the things it needed. So if you go out there and you plant tomato seeds, right, and you have a garden and you're doing everything you can with that garden, okay, but then what happens is, see, this happened to me, okay. I had a half-acre garden, okay. I grew cucumbers the size of my arm, guys. Cucumbers, I mean, long cucumbers. But that's all I could grow because the tomatoes and peppers, because there's some part of the same species of family and stuff, I couldn't grow them because these rotworms or whatever they were getting into them. The only way I could grow them is to spray them to keep those bugs off of them. I mean, that's just my take on it. I don't have a problem with it. Um, because I know my body will flush out the toxin a little bit, or most all of it. Um, the chemicals that they spray for the pesticide, like Roundup, it's sprayed on and it's chemically designed to only affect the the bug or the plants that it's designed to kill. The FDA wouldn't allow um, these chemicals to be sprayed on foods unless they were safe for human consumption in the tiny, tiny, tiny amounts. And see, rain, when it rains on that produce or whatever's grown and that's sprayed on, that runs off and that washes out the effect of that Roundup or that pesticide. Oh, I know there's natural ways, but you have to be honest. Not every time will that natural way work. Okay, there's going to be times where that um, that pest is so um, such a large community in that garden or whatever, that farm, that the only way to get rid of it in the mass quantities it takes, I mean, I can guarantee you don't have, if you had 1,000 acre farm, that you don't have enough herbs or essential oils to be able to spread through there, or the time to deal with making sure that that's still working in order to feed our mass population, because our population has grown so much and we so much junk, we demand so much. Like with corn isn't just used for food. um Especially, with my um experience, okay, in my research and stuff like that, plants like corn. Corn isn't just used for human consumption, it's used for fuel, it's used for all kinds of things. And um, they can push those, GMO products that can be used for other industries rather than human consumption that direction. And since people are, getting to the whole, I need organic, I don't want pesticides and herbicides, they can use that on those, and then they can use, organic type stuff in for the human consumption. See, that's the thing, Elena. Hold on. Okay. Um, See, the thing about that is, Grizz, I know they did that, but when it comes to human radiation levels, and we get radiation from the sun, from the earth. Radiation comes from everything. Radiation comes from our cell phone, our computers that we're sitting in front of, our TVs. Um, Radiation comes out in all forms, and our body can take that and adjust to it. As long as you're living a healthy lifestyle, that radiation is not going to affect you at all, bud. Yeah, and we, as a population here in America, don't eat the level of seafood that other countries do. Um, I've tried the cinnamon with ants, and it works sometimes, but not all that I've noticed. Okay, what you guys are talking about with the herbs and stuff like that is good on a small scale. You can plant marigolds, and you can plant mint, and you can lay down cinnamon, and you can, these spices and the natural everything um, is fine on a small scale garden, your home garden, um, your little half-acre plot or whatever that you have growing. But with these farmers that have thousands and thousands of acres that they're growing corn and soybeans and rice and tomatoes and everything, they can't get out there and do that. They don't have, it would take so much time and so much money to invest in these herbs. Hey, Miss Susan, hold on a second. I'm muted. Hold on. I didn't have anybody else up here, so I was muted on my end. How are you
Can
doing?
y'all hear me?
Yes, I can. How are you, Miss Susan?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Nice to see you. Come up here and join a chat. I haven't heard your voice before.
I'm going to give you a sneak peek. I'm not going to show my whole self.
Well, we are honored and blessed for you to come up here.
Here's my hair.
We get half a face, and that's better than nothing. Hi, buddy. Sorry,
You
my
should be.
4-year-old
This is the
nephew just.
first time.
I feel honored for this.
I'm not going to stay long, though.
Okay, okay. Well, is there anything you'd like to talk about? For everybody that doesn't know, this is Miss Susan Sullivan. This is her
See, I've got my
first
nerdy
time.
glasses on.
This is her first time ever being up on camera. She's had her voice on before, but never her face. Sir, is there anything you'd like to talk about, Miss Susan?
I can't really read the chat, and there's such a big lag.
Oh, okay. Well, Grizz said you have beautiful black hair. Um, Elena said, "Who doesn't have reading
Anyway,
glasses on
feels
here?"
special because this is the one and only time. Oh, thank you.
So, what part of the United States are you from, Susan? I can't remember. What part of the U.S. are you from,
Me,
Susan?
I'm in East Texas.
Oh, there is a pretty big lag, even for me, isn't there?
That's my ice maker, y'all.
So you're down there with by Country Girl down there, right?
I'm 120 miles from her, north of her.
Okay, okay. Allison wants me to relay that she says, "Hi, Susan, you pistol packing mama," and she has 3 guns.
That's about Allison.
Grizz, I believe she's on her cell phone. Are you on your cell phone, Susan?
Yes, that's the only way I could pick it up.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, sometimes there's a big, big lag when you're on cell phone, and
I'm gonna get off of here. I've got things to
Okay.
do. I've got to cook shrimp for my hubby.
Oh, I love shrimp. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Finally giving us a little sneak peek of Miss Susan and that beautiful black hair that she has.
Thanks. I'll see y'all later.
All right. You have a good one, okay?
You too.
Okay, guys. That was Miss Susan Sullivan. First time ever showing herself. That was a real treat, wasn't it? Does anybody else want to come join us? Or join me up here? Oh, nope. Wrong thing. There's a link for all you guys. If somebody else wants to come up here and join. No, Susan, that was a nice treat. That was good. Thank you. I thank you very much for coming on. Who wants to be my next guest? Okay, Dale, I can send you a personal invite. Give me just a second. If I can find you on Hangouts. Yes, Susan, they are going to be upset they missed you, but that you joined me up here for a few minutes. Oh, come on, Elena. Yeah, it was some pretty big lag just between you and me, let alone going to YouTube too. So, okay, let me see. Which icon is Mr. Dale? Okay, there's a whole bunch of Dale Hicks. Dale, come out wherever you are. Well, I don't see you up here. So he really got hit by a meteor, huh? Wow. That's some crazy stuff. Hey Dale, I can't find you on Hangouts. Um, or, or just like what it starts with before the way I can fight you. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. Some of you know I've had a pretty bad cold the past weekend and few days. Now I'm at the cough part, and hopefully at the end of it. Oh, I know, Susan. Got my nighttime. Got my daytime. And when that runs out, I got my Tylenol cold. So I understand, Allison. Oregano oil, okay. I agree with Susan. I wholeheartedly agree with Susan. Well, Dale, if you give me just a second, because there's like at least a dozen Dale Hicks on. Okay. Um, Personal invitation, Mr. Dale. All you got to do is click on it. Hold on. Okay, Dale. Hangouts.com or hangouts.google.com, you know. And hold on a second, guys. I can't see the chat at the moment. I lost it. Accidentally closed out my chat, guys. Hold on. Okay.
For
Oh, Mr. Dale, how are you doing?
area.
Can you hear me? I gotta mute something.
Make sure your YouTube is.
Okay, where am I going? I'm
Can you hear me?
going
I gotta
somewhere.
mute something.
Hold on, YouTube. Mute.
Make sure your YouTube is.
Where do I do that? Where do I do that at? Okay, where am I going? I'm going somewhere. Hold on, YouTube. Mute.
You don't have a little speaker looking thing?
Where do I do that? Where do I do that at? Okay, where am I
On your YouTube screen. At the bottom, you'll see a little speaker. That's where you mute it. On your YouTube screen. At the bottom, you'll see a little speaker. That's where you.
I got it, I think. Go ahead. Oh, I had it. Is it there?
No, you're not muted yet. That might be better.
That was Grizz's. Let's continue this. Go ahead. Oh, is it there?
It's kind of when you pull up the play button there and everything. Down at the bottom.
This is my, if I mute this one here, mute this one.
No, mute your YouTube.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
If I mute this one here, mute this one.
No, mute your YouTube. Or you can just pause the video. I can hear you. Yes.
Video's paused. Then it paused me.
You can make a company available. Tony had.
Well, then now you can't see me.
No, you can. You're in your Hangout screen. You're not. You don't need your YouTube going.
I'll get around to JRH.
Well, close out that one. Let's continue this morning. Close that one. Oh, everyone went away. Oh, no, they didn't.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Oh, I'm a rookie at this. I'm an old fart.
It's fine. You got to get practice, bud.
I did this old stuff a long time ago using all this crazy stuff. I'm at my garage drinking a beer.
There you
It's
go.
beer 30 times. It's after 12 o'clock. And I'm just an old fart. Like I said, I didn't want to get into drama or whatever. But yeah, last night was not good, unfortunately, you know, but I hope we don't get wind or nothing that bad because, you know, rescue calls me out because they sort of know that I'm a tree guy. And sometimes it's ugly situations, you know. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes, I mean, even when some car wrecks into a tree and they fall, you know, sometimes it's hard. You deal with it, but it's all right.
Now, where are you from?
I'm from Pennsylvania. I live very like 15 minutes from Samwise, West Chester State College, and Tessie's probably about an hour away from me. I guess Tim is down there in Franklin County. He's about a little bit towards Carlisle. He'd probably be an hour and a half.
Okay.
I got property in Bedford, PA. My sister still lives in Pittsburgh, so I travel the turnpike quite a bit. But well, that's all. Yeah. You saw my ugly face now. I wasn't like Susan. See, I'm going bald.
Seems
I normally have my
real treat.
I know. At least I got on here. I don't know how come it didn't work. I know that Kim Fife tried to find me a couple of times, and maybe he was looking at my name instead of the email address. But now somehow this came right on. Yeah. Am I clear enough? Because I get this old Logitech webcam here. When I did IT work, actually there was a deaf, dumb, and blind guy there. So when he got on meetings, they had to get an interpreter for him. He was a very smart guy, but they had to use these webcams for him so he could translate to everybody. So unfortunately, I don't know, he got laid off like 2 years ago. So I have to clean the offices out or something. Dale, you want that webcam? I said, well, I'll take it.
There you go.
It's just a Logitech thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to have the best stuff. I mean, you're just coming on.
Yeah. So I'm all at my shop. I do a lot of goofy things. I mean, I'll never criticize Papa for his garage. If you see this mess. Dude. Oh God! I don't know if you can see it. See, move this webcam. See if that works. Oh, my downloader. Look at all these tools. See, I'll move this way. See the wood stove with all my axes. Can you see it? There's a wood stove behind there someplace. I moved. There's my compressor. Oh, there's some other tools. I'm such a mess. But this is the first time I live stream, but I'm sort of used to doing net meetings with people at work and, you know, remotely fixing their PCs and stuff.
Okay, but, I've done a lot of that.
Yeah, you know, we used to use net meeting a lot.
Yeah, now really good these days.
Well, I know you're only half my age. That's why you still got your brains. I don't. I retired and I tried to forget all about my. So now I got natty brains.
Yeah. Rosalind wanted to let you know that she's in Everett.
Oh, I go through Everett all the time. Well, I get off at Breezewood, and lots of times I'll take Route 30, and I'll go right through that way because I get off at Breezewood, go through Everett into Bedford, and then I hit up 220. My sister lives right in Bedford, so I'll be out there for the Fall Festival this October.
Okay, well, that's cool. Yes, how you doing?
Hi, Bubba. How are you?
Oh, doing good.
I don't let country girls see me. My hair used to be red.
Mine used to be blonde, so we're good.
Yeah. And now I'm jealous. I'm gonna have to dye my hair then. See if I can grow some too. I don't
Mine
know.
used to be hair, so don't feel bad.
Oh yeah. Well, you're getting there. But wait till 30 years from now.
I don't want to.
I got hat hair.
No.
Branch,
Hats all the time.
branches doing everything. You know. What's going on? No.
What's going
I'm
on, sis?
Not much. Just lunch break, so I thought I'd come hang out with my friends and my family and say hello.
I'll be right back in a minute. Okay.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
mad.
I gotta take. I'll be back. I'll be right back. Talk to my son.
I'll go ahead and meet you, okay? You're gonna be mad at me, sis.
What'd you do? Hi, Susan. How are you, baby? Rosalind. Tessie. Hi, babe.
I just had somebody on here that I'm sure you would have wanted to see.
I heard, and she needs to come back up here so I can see her.
Yeah, she decided to join for a minute. She had a really, really big lag though, so
It's okay, but now I know you can. You know when I come on my show, you're going to have to do that, right? You know you won't get out of it now. How's your day going?
Oh, pretty good. Just sitting at home. You on the bed and passed out for a little. Now he's been watching TV, so
Love you,
how's
sis.
work going for you?
No, it's all right, I suppose. Work is work.
Work is work.
More crap to do than I got time to do it all in, but you know.
That's why you gotta take your lunch break.
Yeah, don't tell Allie, but there's lunch. But don't tell
Allison, look away from your screen. Hey, Allison. Do what, Susan?
She's probably talking about coming on here. She was probably able to get on her phone.
You're probably just not doing it the right way, Susan.
Elena, if I tell you, Allie's going to get mad at me, so I probably better not tell you. But mornings like this morning are why I keep these here.
Well, come on, Susan.
Yeah, that's what she was asking. Why won't her computer let her get up here, but she could do it on her phone?
Oh. Probably just not doing it the right way.
Hey, Sam. How are you, baby?
Monkey steak. How's your morning been?
Crazy hectic, but
Traffic
okay.
coming into work.
Well, I left at 5:30 this morning, and I got here at,
Did you make it there in time?
6:45.
It takes you over an hour to drive 19 miles.
Normally, it takes me 45 minutes in the morning and an hour in the afternoon.
And last night it took you, what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
3.5 hours yesterday to get home, and it took me almost 2 hours to get here. So I left at 5:30 this morning, and I got here at 6:45, so an hour and 15 minutes.
Wow. We were on Bobby's. We were looking at all the models for Hurricane Irma. It's going to hit Florida smack.
It is. Like I said.
What do you use, Susan? Yeah, come on, guys. If you guys can't give this a thumbs up after and Country Girl and Dale all on here, you guys got something wrong. Okay, Dale, you have to unmute yourself to be able to talk. Okay, bud? You'll see a little microphone. You have to hit that microphone icon.
Allie, I'm eating Chex Mix. I made my lunch today and I forgot it. It's sitting on my kitchen table.
There we go. Anyway, sorry. Hope you don't lose subscribers, everybody.
Oh, so
No, this is scary. This is a scary situation. I said, "Oh well, I got to show my face sooner or later." So I guess, yeah.
I'm sure you took care of it, Allie. Yes, it is, Sam.
That's Dale. And Sam, if you weren't here a little bit ago,
Susan got up here too.
Susan.
But I didn't get to see Susan either. She waited until I was gone. So she knew I was coming and then she got off. She said, oh crap. DJ will be here in a few minutes. I got to get off of here.
Waited until you were gone.
I don't know. She knew I was coming. Oh, boss is back. It means I got to plug the earbuds in.
Am I close enough, or do I need to zoom this camera or something? I don't know how to do it. No, can you see my face and stuff, or am I like?
Oh no, you're
like you got a big fat head. I don't.
Sure, Susan. Okay, I have to quit eating Chex Mix now because otherwise I'll be crunching in your ear with the earbuds.
Yes, Susan has beautiful long black hair.
Yes, she does.
Oh, we only saw half of it, though. I'm lagging.
Oh, I will, Allie. I'll be fine.
I can't see chat now, so I closed everything down.
I popped my chat out.
Well, Rosalind says you look good, Dale.
She better put her glasses on. When's the last time she had her eyes examined? My. Hey, guess what? For a tree climber, I weigh 152 pounds wet. They call me the squirrel because I'm the only one that likes to go up there in the branches. All these other heavier set guys, they're the ones that pulled, they're up there. They said, go Dale, go higher, Dale, fall off the top, Dale. We won't miss you. Hell of a crew I work with.
Thanks, sis. I could use that today. Rosalind said she has her glasses on, which means you're still just fine, Dale.
Oh my. I'm not doing no coolie hoolie dances either. I don't.
Your office fared in the flooding.
It's still raining here in PA pretty hard. Tessie's getting a lot of rain, and we had rain from that other storm in Texas. Believe it or not, we had like 4 days of rain. It finally made its way up into Pennsylvania, and we had some heavy rain.
You guys are going to get some from this Irma too.
Yeah, probably. Listen, guys. Lunchtime.
Yummy. So why could you use a couple of those wine glasses, sis? Is your day one of those days?
You have to look at chat.
Oh, the
Still there.
Okay.
There's another thing, the country girl or Tessie said something about all you guys on live chat, you all have beards.
Oh, that would be me.
Yeah, I think you said that. That's right.
It was one of those things that who knew I was a beard girl? Because apparently I am.
We all
All my
have
favorite
beards.
guys have them.
Well, I'm a little sunburnt because I work out a little bit. I do have red hair and freckles. It used to be red. It's a little bit red, but the sun hits me hard sometimes. And I have a little bit of spot they had to take out of my head. I had a little bit of, I don't know, what's that skin cancer called? They took a hunk out of up there.
Melanoma.
Yeah. Well, I do wear a hat, but sometimes you hit branches, the hat ends up, down on the ground. So
It's funny earlier, sis. Thunder and lightning storms, and they were just talking about the sunflower that happened. She said, "I just got some really loud thunder. I'm going to go hide behind the couch."
I don't,
3 minutes
I don't
later,
doubt
she the storm's over. I can come out from behind my couch now.
that's what my dog did. My little dog, I got this little Shih Tzu. It runs behind it. Last night we had no thunderstorms and the things. I could feel my whole bed shaking. Like I said, well, wait a minute. No one's sleeping with me. Why is my bed shaking? It was a dog.
Me.
Granny, how are ya? I love ya.
How do you see chat?
Well, I pop chat out and then I can minimize Hangouts and make them both fit across my screen.
Yeah.
Are you on a
Go to
laptop?
where-
Bill?
Well, I minimized that. You know what I want to say. I'll figure this out later. It's the first time.
All you have to
saw
do
my
is
ugly
you go to the stream on YouTube where you can see the stream. The top right above the chat, there's 3 little dots. You click on them and then you put pop out chat. It'll pop it out in a separate box, and then you can just minimize your Hangouts and make it smaller and put your chat right beside it.
I go back to Hangouts or YouTube.
YouTube. Go to YouTube. And where the chat is, right up at the top right corner, there's 3 dots. You click on it. You see where it says pop out chat.
I think I just closed YouTube because I was echoing too much. I'll figure it out the next time.
All right.
Right now if I got my EMS channel on here and I'd open and close that out.
Granny, that's funny. Did you realize you had gone live?
Who, me?
I have a on my channel. I have a tutorial for OBS.
I don't use it. That gave me a headache even trying to figure it out.
Well, said that she watched my OBS lesson and went through everything, and said by accident she went live last night. She didn't realize she did.
I kind of sort of remember about a third of what you taught me that night. I was so tired.
It's all on my tutorial.
Yeah, I'll go watch it again and it'll pop it back in my brain.
Country girl, I want to say something to you. I did not break into the ladies' room. I was not there. I am innocent.
I personally don't care.
But I didn't do it.
The reality was, if I really cared that much about it, I would have told him we're going to have to reschedule. Let's just do a full public chat. So honestly, I don't care.
The aftermath was really funny. I enjoyed that. It was like, oh
we
my.
We had a good time. And the ladies had a lot of fun, even though we had to chill out some of the things. But it's one of the things I was going to ask you about, Nate. And the problem we had, I did the private and I got them all the link. Everybody could get to it, but it wasn't showing chat. All it was showing was the
It
stream,
wasn't
but
showing
no
a chat.
chat.
What's that for?
And I can't even believe someone gave Papa timeout.
This is
Oh,
German
my.
101 since Kindle Farm Lee 101
You
Kindle
got any idea why it would do that, Nate? What would it did wrong?
delivery.
I don't know. That's weird.
Heating it.
If it was,
I don't know. Maybe we can practice later. You can help me with it. The only other option I have is just to create a fake name that I only send to the girls on a fake channel, and then the guys would have a much harder time finding us.
okay.
Some of y'all could still track it, but most of them couldn't. There's only one or two that could, and then I know exactly who to blame.
Hey,
Right.
Tess,
Me.
hey, Tessie, we know how to do this. We're like sniffing dogs.
Hey, give me just a minute, guys. If you could entertain everybody, I'll be back in just a minute. I gotta go check on my nephew real quick, make sure he's okay.
Sure, man. Got you covered, honey.
Uh-oh, sounds interesting.
I knew you were, Sam. You were the ringleader. You were the one that got everybody there. I know you.
I can't see the chat, so I don't care what Sam says. I just don't want him to.
Well, Sam said, CG, I must admit I was spying the whole time. It was awesome.
Well, I did. I was not there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, you guys, is I'll just create a fake channel that nobody but the girls know. And then they'd have help
You don't
finding
think,
us.
guys? You don't think you girls know how these guys know how to sniff out girls? We'll find you.
Yeah, not if I don't tell you what the channel name is. The girls,
We-
there's only a couple of people that could, and I would know exactly who to go to.
Guess what? I was in IT all my life, so I might have a clue.
Like I said, there's only a couple of people that could.
Mhm. You're not putting tie wraps around my hands either and arrest me. So who knows? Well, anyway, Sam, the man. You know what I look like now. I live 15 minutes from you. You see my ugly shop. So anytime you want to stop, have a beer, or smoke a joint, you're welcome.
It would have been much more risque if we didn't know the boys were there. Hell, Sam, that ain't nothing new. Even I told you that. If I was worried about it, I'd have never done it. We'd have just canceled it and done a regular live. We'd have just joined you and Bobby. But you know me, I'm not exactly known for being shy. But I did have my other girls and my sisters to think about, so. Oh, I know, Granny, isn't that hilarious? Okay, Allie, I love you, but we got to be honest. Now, there were some of y'all that did not appreciate it, and there were some of us that thought it was funny as heck. Guess which corner I fall in?
All of the above.
I'm back. So what I miss?
Dale, Sam says, my vet brother, I will. Can you email me your info on his channel?
Info on what?
In other words, he can't come check out your shop and hang out and have a beer unless you send him your address. But he can do it through his message through his channel.
I got his email address someplace in there in that thing. He
Yeah.
sent it to me one time way back. I'll find it. But I got a nice back porch, man, and there's no dry about it. You better be smoking and drinking, or you're not invited. Huh.
Granny just beat a little.
Like anybody would turn me down whether I was drinking or not. Really? Come on, Dale.
No, me. You
Maybe
better
for the guys, but
better be drinking or smoking. I only allow beer drinkers and whiskey drinkers on my back porch when we have our men's night out.
Okay, you can have your men's night out. I'll go hang out with Tessie and drink my wine.
Sis, drink? No. Happening? No.
At least not uncontrollably, except once every 10 years. The rest of the time, it's just 1 or 2, and we're good.
I need a wig. Oh, yeah.
No, Allison, as soon as Country Girl got on here, I never had control. She is the ringmaster of the circus.
That's okay. We were on live last night, and I was trying to say something, and JD and Sam were singing and playing, and I was typing in the chat, well, if ever I can get a word in edgewise, I'll answer you, Molly.
I got my hat. I'm ready to chop them all up. Boom.
Nate, you're going to have to read that one for Dale because I can't read that one out loud. Well, I could, but I can't.
Sam?
You can read it.
No, I can't.
Or Dale, Sam says his doc gave him the all clear yesterday to go back smoking the green corn.
Oh.
You'll have to
Allison,
ask them
really?
why I can't, but I'm sure they know why I couldn't.
It's all right. I can't
Allison,
see the
do
chat.
you really have to ask what that is?
Love you, Granny.
Bouncing with giggles.
Wake up, Dale. Is this for real? I guess so.
To entertain you, Granny.
Hey,
Well,
Granny,
that
how are
cast
you?
is gonna be about-
I don't see chat, Granny. How are you doing? I watched a couple of your monster videos. They're nice.
Okay, Dale, girl can't read some things because she's at work and her boss is listening and can hear everything she says. So she's got to be careful with her words and stuff like that.
Okay. That's good. No problem with that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the best way I can put it without putting it obviously.
Not just a little bit, Sam. So you've been hitting the sauce a little bit today.
What? I climb trees, brother. We drink beer and eggs for breakfast, and then you climb. And, you know, if you can't run with the boys, stay home with the pups, man.
Right? What's this?
Yes, dear.
What time do you have until? What time are you getting your lunch?
1. My time. So another 25 minutes or so.
Same for me.
There you go, Susan. That's a good
You
way.
had to really, you really had to spell it out that much for her, huh?
Yes. I'm telling y'all, Allie's a trip, but she's like maybe 2 steps up from Tessie as far as her naivety goes. She hasn't had a whole lot of exposure to the world. So
On
some
the
things
phone
you
with
have
her.
to. She's not like us. She's getting there, but we are so corrupting her. Allie, even I could have said it like that, baby. You just needed to say, "Oh, okay, gotcha." I love you, Allie. I do. I just do. Oh, I wish I could make the trip with you, honey.
Gotta wipe the tears from my eyes. I'm laughing so hard.
Susan, I
So,
think the final perm move with that person that we talked about, I still need to figure out how you figured out it was them. But that final permanent move will be closer to the NC border, Eastern Tennessee. Oh, my
oh,
golly.
okay. I think I'm figuring that out.
What?
That move thing. I think I'm figuring who that move thing is too.
Oh, well, that's a private discussion, so we don't say anything. You got me?
I know.
Whether you're right
I'm
or
just-
wrong, we don't say nothing.
The wheels are turning in my head of
Is Allison
who's
still on?
going where and who's already where.
Is Allison still on here someplace?
Yes.
She is.
No, wait a minute.
That's kind of like, tell me your number until you start to tell them, and they say, wait, let me get a pen. It's like, what would you ask for if you're
Right.
ready?
Allison, I got my air nailer ready for you. I got a gun too. Haha.
Probably not this coming weekend, but next, Susan. It's part of the thing I'm working with Nate and getting the OBS up and making sure I got it down before I go figure out how to get all the stuff in Quays and all that and get taught that in. And I've got so much going this weekend with the live cooking demo and all that. So I'm just kind of getting a little overwhelmed here, but it won't be long.
Okay. I'm kind of talking to Minuteman also, pirate radio thing, and he's been giving me some ideas as how he had it set up. And
Well, Sam and I are going to run private radio, so
oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
you're welcome to be our tech guru and help, okay?
yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that way I can get an understanding of how he had it set up, so that I can help you guys with the setup and demonstrate
I
for
pick
you.
up things pretty quick. I mean,
I
the other
know.
night I was so damn tired when we talked, and I remembered about a third of it, but ugh,
Process.
I was just so tired. My brain was not functioning.
What happened to me?
Susan said that her gun is bigger than yours, Dale.
Uh-oh. Well, I'll get my other guns out then. My
And
other
Sam says he can admire a fellow who can drink his sauce during the day and smoke the green corn at night.
Sam, no. You know, that's why he's going to college, because he hasn't learned a lesson yet.
Hey, now don't be picking on my Sam.
Uh-oh.
No, that's my future ex-husband.
I know.
Right?
We all know. Oh my goodness.
Brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Mhm. Your future ex-brother-in-law. That's right. Good thing you like your brother-in-law, huh?
It's a kinky situation, so I think I'm going to stay out of it.
Sam.
It might be a stinky situation the way Sam was doing something the other night. Oh my goodness.
We'll definitely do something. My whole thing, was to leave I don't know, like I don't want to say tribute because that's the wrong word. I don't want to totally lose what it is because it was his, and I want to make sure that it's still a part of it. But you'll do something definitely to make it ours too. Does that make sense? It's kind of a respect thing, I guess. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, Sam, but
Yeah.
Okay, Allison, I'm ready.
yeah, kind of like that, Susan. Yeah. Well, Dale, unless you've got about 30 of those, you're probably still behind her. I know my sis.
She gets on that gun quick.
I know. I'm surprised that she didn't gun me off already. I had one strike the other night, and I said, I'm in trouble.
Okay, one thing I want to tell everybody about. This is just a thing about what we were talking about earlier about the solar flare. I just got a notice on my phone. I have a couple apps. To do with, I mean, it tells me about the sun and yours hitting the earth and different things like that. And there's extremely powerful X-rays hitting the earth right now on the. So try to stay indoors if you can. Put sunscreen on. Um, yeah, you heard about that solar flare coming off the sun earlier today, right?
I heard about it. I mean, I have to be real careful anyway. I'm allergic to the sun. And then I take 2 medications that stay avoid exposure to the sun on top of that. So yeah, I don't let it limit me. I'm out in the sun all the damn time. I just have to take extra precautions. I wear heavy duty sunscreen and I put it on about every 30 minutes. Because 10 minutes in the sun for me is 30 minutes for you. So 30 minutes in the sun for you is over an hour for me, and I'll be burned crisp. I have to take extra precautions, but I do it.
If no one's talking for him, my son just came out to the garage. That's why I needed to talk to him. Because my shop is like, I don't know, 30 feet away from my house. And he just came out and said, Dad, what are you doing? Because he supports the worldwide WAN. I think Nate knows about this. He said he's getting some serious skips. And he said he's losing some of the people from Bangalore and places he's talking to. He wanted to know if I was doing anything on the computer. I says, well, I hope not. I just got on the video for Hangouts for the first time. And I said, I don't think it's that. So my son is noticing something.
Now, this right here is kind of like a graph about hitting the earth from the sun.
Yeah, I saw it earlier.
See the different colors represent less X-ray emissions, and the darker, like the reds,
Right.
represent the heavier emissions. Proton emissions are so to try to stay out of the sun today. That's the best advice.
You know, it's so rainy.
About now is the time that we'd start to see communication and stuff like that, because it takes some time for everything to hit the earth from the sun. So,
well, guess what? You guys are flipping like blink once in a while. In Chester County, my rescue radio just announced that they're getting some skips to the local deader areas.
yeah, it'll affect high frequency radios and all kinds of stuff. But it shouldn't be like a major thing once in a while. I'll put you on mute. On mute when you come back.
Hey sis, how are you, Tammy? Love you. Hugs to you too. No, Allie, the corn will help take the headache away. It doesn't cause them unless you get too much of it. Then you can go there, but a little bit of corn helps.
Why your boobies will never see the light of day again, huh?
Never, ever, ever.
Ever, huh?
Ever, 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 never.
You got to unmute yourself, Dale. But
Hey, fat boy, how are you, baby? Thanks for my message earlier. It made me smile.
Dale, you need to unmute yourself if you want to talk.
I'm talking, brother. It was enough to crust like 6 different times. Bad burn.
You got the power of the pen to mute me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anybody up here does.
I don't know how that worked. I don't have no guns other than the ones I showed you. Allison, though, man.
Dale,
Yeah.
Sam Woodley says to ask you to please repeat what you said about Chester County. He stepped away to get a sweatshirt. And you didn't hear what you said about Chester County.
I said I got a priority alert from the high band frequencies that the rescues do. They're getting skips, and they may have some communication problems in the lower areas. And it's because of this, they actually said we have a flare. I don't know whether it's true or not, but that's what they told me. And I don't think Chester County Fire Radio is going to lie.
Susan says a news article says the White House is preparing for catastrophic solar flares that could bring an end to modern civilization as we know it. The doomsdayers.
Yeah, and then we'll all be in a cave and we'll have these older women carrying us out to their. No, I'm going back to the cave, man.
Yeah. Earlier on Bobby's live chat, that solar flare we've had, the worst one that's been recorded is plus, and this is just an X10. So it's, and that 28 was back in 2003. If we didn't see any catastrophic devastation from that, we're not going to get it from this.
No. I agree.
This is
I'm
like
good, fat boy. I'm good, baby.
on the list with like the 14th highest recorded.
I was watching the latest updates on that storm. That one little island is totally cut off. They've had no communication.
Yeah, they right before it came through, they cut off power for safety reasons, and lines have all been disabled and everything.
Well, there's only about, they said, like 1,400 people on the island. It's a small island. St. Martin's got it pretty hard too. So most of the, even their sturdiest buildings were. A couple of the pictures were just crazy.
Kim and Pam were saying that they're going on vacation to the islands.
Yeah. I told them they might want to choose a different course.
It's not going to end up happening. There's not going to be much there to visit.
Nope. I'm thinking,
Even
you might want to go
end up going
from a Caribbean to a Mediterranean cruise. You know, you go back to the Caribbean in a couple years.
right after they. You okay, bud?
Fat boy.
Yeah, someone's skipping now. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I got a high gain antenna on the one repeater out here in the shop, but I'm getting some serious like blink 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 skip once in a while.
Is on right now.
Yeah, I just saw him.
That would be pretty cool to see, Susan.
Who was that person on earlier today that was talking to us?
Which one?
I was gonna say you're probably gonna have to narrow it down a little more than that.
Yeah, well, I don't know. She was like sitting in her kitchen table, or he or she, and then said had to go do something for his wife. I think.
Oh no! That was Susan. She was gonna go cook shrimp for her hubby.
No, not that one. The one earlier.
Hi,
On
Bobby.
Bobby's?
Hi, baby.
Let them talk.
Well, it might have been Tammy, Bobby's wife.
Nah, I know Tammy. There's another girl I met, so I said girl. See, I got in trouble, but almost looked like a girl. I guess it was a guy. I don't know.
Hi, Rosalind.
Texas Little.
Yeah, it's her name, Star.
Oh, Texas Little Star.
I didn't.
Yeah, that was on Bobby's.
Pardon me?
You had me confused there because that was on Bobby's chat earlier.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was. So.
Hey, Lynn. How are you, Lynn?
Susan, in that on Daily Mail, mail.com right now, or about it.
Yep, she is, Susan. This might have explained his confusion, I guess. But we have 4 more minutes for you all to tell me how much you adore me, and then I have to get off of here. Just makes me feel good, even if you have to lie, okay?
You know that words can't express how much you're adored, sis.
Aw, shucks. Love it when you lie to me like that.
Yeah, I'm going to get off here when you get off because I need to lunch and stuff like that.
Well, you have all them
all
little
morning.
You have all them little kids living with you.
No, I got I watch my nephew through the day because I work basically from home.
It's a very nice,
I have that flexibility to do that.
very nice thing you do, buddy.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I sent you a thing, but since you're like the chief IT guy, other than you, I guess Minutemen help people out, but it's really nice that, for everyone to have you around to help us old farts or people that don't know how to do all this stuff. So that's appreciated to me.
Not a problem. Like I've told people, if I can answer it, I will. I don't understand a lot.
Well, you know a lot more than I think you know a lot more than I forgot.
Well, technology just advances so fast, and it's hard for people to keep up. So.
Well, I am on Windows 10, 64-bit, and all that kind of stuff. I do too. I now do something.
That's good.
It's like riding a bicycle. Some things you still know how to do, but you get a little rusty at some. Yeah, you go to control panel. Control panel's all different and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah. But yes, this is a family. It's always fun when I come on, get to talking to people.
Well, I'm just letting you know it's a very nice thing you do for everybody. It's very good, and you deserve like a star on your head. My wife's a school teacher, so you need like 3 stars.
Yeah. really do. If everybody wants to say bye real quick, on off here. Let Country Girl get back to work and
I know what to go.
Oh, country
go
girl.
back to our lives.
I don't want to go.
Country girl, it's okay. You'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be back in
Well,
about
she'll be back tonight.
in about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours.
She'll be back tonight.
I still know how I appeared on this live thing. I have no idea. He sent me something and I did it, but I have no idea how it worked. Kim Fife tried it and he said, well, it didn't work.
I just sent him a private.
All right, well, I got to make a couple of phone calls now. We got some other issues with that tree. And like I said, a woman got killed with that tree. It wasn't it was a storm. And they just stopped and wanted to know the details on, what we had to do. So I just gave my story.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, it was wet, but
That's crazy.
chainsaws hit the street a couple. Not this one, my blade. So I got to look at that. It's all right.
All right, guys. I got to get off of here. I got to go back to work. I love you guys.
All
I
right,
will be
sis.
back on probably 5:30ish, 6.
All right.
I gotta work. I'm
All
gonna
right,
work a little
sis.
extra today, so
All right.
Country
We'll
girl.
talk to you later, sis. Love you.
I love you, honey.
All right.
Country girl.
What?
You do paychecks on Monday. Send me one.
Sure. As soon as they increase mine enough to cover me getting fired.
All right. Okay. See
Bye,
ya.
bye, bye. I love you, brother.
All
You
right.
have
Bye.
Bye, guys. I love y'all.
See everybody, and hey, thanks for the invite. Bye bye. Nate, good job. Bye bye. I'm off.
All right, everybody. Thanks for having some fun talk. And we'll talk to y'all later.